to the Old Virginia Smoke YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about one of our favorite things to cook here at our house, and it is a Prairie Fresh boneless pork tenderloin, as you can see here. They come two to a pack, and they're very versatile and very easy to do a lot of things too. So today what we're going to make is our Firecracker pork tenderloin. We stuffed this pork tenderloin with goat cheese, red peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers, and onions. And it's a real exciting dish. So let's get to it. Okay, so here we'll get started. Here we have our Prairie Fresh natural boneless pork tenderloin. Here comes two tenderloins to a package. We're going to get these ready to stuff them so we can make our Firecracker pork tenderloin. So we'll get this open here. Beautiful, beautiful little piece of meat here, which we're going to take and flatten out so that it's easily stuffable. So we're going to do a little trimming first. Take this piece off, kind of square it up a little bit. Look for any fat or connective tissue that we can remove pretty easily. There, that looks pretty good. So next we're going to take it and we're going to butterfly it. So I kind of find my pretty side, take my trusty Gunter Wilhelm knives, I start slicing it. And butterflying it a little bit and kind of rolling it at the same time. Just to try and get as much surface area as I can. Get it to lay flat like that. Then next, we take our meat hammer, Thor. We take our meat tenderizer and we're going to pound on this thing till we get it to be a universal width, depth all the way across. That way it cooks more evenly. Strangely invigorating after a hard day of work. So you can see here, we've got a nice palette. Maybe we'll give it a little more. There we go. Next we'll go back to our knife. We'll take it and we'll square this up a little bit. So that we can get a nice roll when we add our fillings. There, that's a nice looking piece. So we'll take that, and our next step is to stuff it. Next steps here, you can see that we've turned over our pork loin, and we're going to take some sea salt and give it a light coat. This is going to help tenderize the meat and bring all of our flavors together. Then we'll flip her back over to our inside. We'll give it a little bit more salt. Next, we have to get ready to roll it. So it's easier to do this preparation if you do it before you get all of your materials inside. So what we have here is some pieces of twine, probably about 1 foot in length. And we like to take them, we'll put one in the middle, one on the end, and kind of do it in fourths here. Another one here. And then another one here. And you can play with the adjustment on these where they are, just to make sure that you're getting a good seal on the ends and a couple of good tight choke points there on the middle. Also help as useful guidelines for slicing later. So we have those in there ready, and next we will add our toppings. Okay, we're ready to get our pork loin stuffed. So here we go. Let's make the firecracker happen. The reason it's called the Firecracker pork tenderloin is because of the colors and the flavor explosion that goes on inside your mouth. It's not a spicy dish, but the color is dramatic and does give it a nice fun feel to it. Plus, with the excitement of the goat cheese in there, which is what we're putting in here first, this is a nice creamy, has a nice tangy bite to it. Goes very, very well with our vegetables and with the raw seasoning we're going to use. So we get our goat cheese in here. We kind of press it down in. And it doesn't look like you're going to have the tendency, like I do, which is, I like to call being a man about it, which is sometimes just, come on, calm down. Get your goat cheese in there. Don't go crazy, because it's going to melt and disperse a little bit, so you're going to get a lot of cover. I also like to leave one edge here, this is going to be where I hope to finish when I roll. Next we get our confetti, our color, going with some red peppers and some green peppers. And some yellow peppers. All of these flavors flow nice and good together. And then we'll put in some white onions here as well, just because onions make everything better. Okay, so we have a good start here. And next we're going to roll them up. So we start with our back edge, and we want to pinch it really tight to create that spiral effect inside. Some of you should just pretend like you're back in college. Get it going. And as you can see, we've ended right here, which is going to give us a nice seal point. And we can, because we already have our strings in there, we can pull them close. Make sure they're lined up. And then we start tying them off. Like so. This ensures that everything stays inside, because that cheese is going to get hot and melt. This helps keep everything together, keep it inside, and keep our spiral pattern intact. So when we slice it, it looks really cool. Get that tied off. Now there are lots of different things that you can put in here, and we'll do a couple other recipes in a later video. But you know, if you wanted to put some feta cheese and some apple in here, that's delicious. Pears go delicious with pork. A peach chutney with some smoked Gouda or Gruyere, also just a wonderful combination inside of the Prairie Fresh pork tenderloin. So we get our extra string here. Cut these off, make it look neat. Cannot stress the importance of good scissors in the kitchen, or good knives. As I've shown before, can't get very far with it. So there we go. A rolled pork tenderloin. It's been salted, it's been stuffed with the goat cheese and the peppers and the onions. I like to use Dizzy Pig Mediterranean-ish as the rub on this. We give a generous coat. All around. So there we go. Our stuffed pork tenderloin is ready for the cooker. Hi. We're out here with our Traeger Timberline 1300. We have it set at 350 degrees, and we're going to cook our pork tenderloins for about 25 to 30 minutes. We're going to take them to an eternal temperature of 142 degrees, because they're going to rest for about 10 minutes. They'll residually cook past that 145 barrier. So let's go ahead and get them on the pit. Again, we'll let those cook for about 25 to 30 minutes till they become an internal temperature of 142 degrees. So we'll check in here in a little bit and see how they're doing. All right, we're here. It's been about 25 minutes. Pork tenderloin is tempered at about 143 degrees internal temperature. So let's take a look at them and get them off of here before this thunderstorm hits. Look at that. They look wonderful, got a nice color. And we'll take them inside and let them rest. Okay, so we've let our Prairie Fresh pork tenderloin rest for about 10 minutes, and we're ready to slice and serve. So the first thing that we'll do is we'll remove our twine. Get this off. See how everything is held together beautifully. Okay, so we get our string out like so. And now we can slice. And as you can see, we have a perfect roll, nice filling, a little bit of color for our pork tenderloin, stuffed with goat cheese and peppers. Delish. Not only is it pretty, but it provides a flavor explosion in your mouth. And there we have a beautiful slice of our Prairie Fresh pork tenderloin stuffed with goat cheese and peppers and onions. Well, that wraps up our Prairie Fresh pork tenderloin video. We really enjoyed sharing this with you today. This is one of our favorite meals to make. It's super easy, looks great on the plate, and it really impresses your guest. So get out there, find your Prairie Fresh tenderloins, and get to work. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.
OVS, Old Virginia smoke.